Hello everyone, and welcome back to another reaction to Kentucky Ballistics, where today we have the 2-bore Blunderbuss, the biggest bore of all, which sounds absolutely awesome. It's like a shotgun, but thicker. That's gonna be great, I think, so let's see how it goes.
Shit,
Let's go.
wait. You saying that right there's a 2-bore?
Yes, sir.
I don't believe I've ever seen anything like that.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about you pick it up, and I'll get your picture with it.
All right,
Okay.
that sounds like a good idea.
Why do you look so sad? Give me a smile.
No, I don't smile.
Oh, come on.
Bruh.
Give me a big smile.
Well, all right.
How?
What? What?
Bruh.
Nothing. I'm okay. My heart skipped a beat for a second.
I just noticed his shirt says 50 kills make my neck itch. Oh wow.
Fine. Let's try again. Give me a big smile.
Okay, all right.
Uh-huh.
Ah!
What? What?
Don't worry
Bruh.
about it. I'm okay. Let's do it one more time.
Why is it bloody?
You're going to give me a big smile. And I'm going to count to 3, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Bruh.
Okay. Whoa.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate that.
I'll send that to you, buddy.
Uh-huh.
Looks great.
Yeah, send it on over to my jitterbug.
Okay.
What's up, everybody? My name is Scott, and you're watching Kentucky Ballistics. And you may not know this, but we have hit my 4-year anniversary since
Ooh.
my 50 cal accident. For
Oh, okay, wow. Time sure does fly. I remember it like it was recent. Wow.
those of you that don't know, 4 years ago, I had a 50 BMG explode in my face. Long story
Horrifying.
short, I had some ammunition that I was unaware was faulty and producing upwards of 4 times the normal operating pressures of a 50 BMG. As you can imagine, that did not end well. The gun exploded, breaking several bones in my face, my orbital bone, my nose. I went blind in my right eye, broke this finger, had a lacerated jugular, a punctured right lung, and lost a lot of bodily fluid. And the only reason we were able to make it to the hospital was from shoving my thumb into my own throat. Hence the shirts, just put a thumb in it, for those of you who are new to the channel and do not understand what that means. There are a lot of other things that occurred that day and probably other injuries that I failed to mention.
What's that, 80 days since the last accident?
And if you want to watch that original video, you can click the link in the description down below. But since then, I have fully recovered. They had to completely bone saw me open, including my collarbone, to remove a giant piece of metal from my lung, along with lots of other small pieces. Had to repair that lung, my jugular. I have titanium plates in my face.
Wow.
And they had to
Okay,
pin
that's cool,
this
actually.
finger back together. I give thanks to God that all I am left with now is a 15-inch neck scar, and my right eye is slightly blurry sometimes, and these gums are still numb, but that's about
That's similar scar from what you get from heart surgery. I had one when I was little, you know, when I was a child.
it. There was a point in time when I was laying in a hospital
So
bed,
that's-
and I did not think I would
reminds
ever
me
get
of
to
it.
shoot another large bore firearm again and continue pursuing my passions. But that is why every year I try to find a bigger gun to celebrate my anniversary.
Yep,
And the
okay.
one we have today kind of makes my neck itch, and hence to the newest anniversary shirt this
So is the next year gun going to be like an actual cannon then?
Here we have 50 cals make my neck itch. Here at the bottom, you have 1,460
60,
days
okay.
since last accident.
Not 80,
Hopefully
okay.
I don't have to change that after today. On this side, you have the Kentucky
Bruh.
Ballistics logo, and on this side, you have the thumb logo. These are
Yep,
only going to be
okay.
available for the next 30 days, and there is a link in the description down below. Now it is time for me to introduce you to the newest addition to the channel, and boy, is it a big one.
Oh yeah.
Today, I present to you the Mule. The Mule is a custom-built
Why is it called that? Because it kicks like a mule?
2-bore Blunderbuss. It is
What's
named the Mule
the joke
because
here?
it is going to kick me like
Okay,
a mule.
yes,
This is
yes, it is.
basically Punt Gun Junior. The Punt Gun is a 1-bore that shoots a 1-pound ball, but the Mule is a 2-bore Blunderbuss that fires a half-pound ball. That is a 35.
Oh, so he's actually going to fire a ball from the blunderbuss. That's great. Okay.
100 grain projectile. For some reference, the 4-bore is 2100 grains and the 950 JDJ is 2500 grains. Also, this behemoth only weighs 16 pounds and has a steel butt plate. I'm guessing that the mule is probably going to kick me harder than any other firearm that I own. This thing will probably produce more felt recoil than the 950 JDJ.
Really? Well, let's see, I guess.
And that thing is producing 300 pounds of felt recoil. So let me give you a close-up of this. As you can see here, the mule is a true 2-bore, measuring 1.32 inches in diameter. Like I said,
I'm wondering what those things are.
True 2-bore, measuring 1.32
These like
inches in diameter.
On the sides, what are
Like
those?
I said, this thing weighs 16 pounds, has a 24-inch barrel, and is fueled by black powder. I am very excited to try this thing out. Yes, it is going to be brutal, but also a very rare experience.
Is he going to shoot it standing?
There's probably only a handful of people
from the shoulder, no table, no anything?
throughout history that have had the pleasure of firing a true 2-bore, which is 1.32 inches in diameter. There's probably only 5, now 6, in the entire world that even exist.
Okay.
So let's go get loaded up and finally try this thing out. The time is upon us to ride the lightning. The mule is loaded up with 300 grains of black powder and a half-pound 2-bore lead ball. Just for reference,
that's pretty big.
that is about 64 5.56 bullets. I'm a little nervous, not gonna lie, but also very excited. Here we go. I'm going to have a looser stance.
Okay. Let's go. Nice.
Wow!
Of course, that delay always was black powder and... Oh, the shoulder. Wow. Yeah, it's not gonna be feeling good after that one. Nice.
Wow! I'm gonna say that the 2-bore blunderbuss is nothing to shake a stick at.
Oh yes.
I believe that is our new hole.
Wow. That's like pint gun sized hole, I think. Like pint gun little left, I think, something like that.
Let me see here. I'm gonna shove my stick down in there. It made it about that far in.
Wow.
But I do not think. Yeah, that's it right there. That's pretty neat.
Okay.
So now I have the mule loaded up with another 300 grains of black powder and a half-pound lead ball, and I'm gonna try to hit that steel target over there.
Okay.
But
I thought he was gonna shoot the car.
that could be a little difficult because the blunderbuss does not have a sight. Okay.
Oh. Wow. I didn't even realize that. Okay.
Oh! We managed to knock it over.
Yep.
This thing truly does kick like a mule.
And of course you can't even see the projectile from all the smoke. But it did fall. Wow. That's quite a chunk of lead.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but these steel targets are not easy to knock over. So the fact that we plowed this thing over,
they're angled forward, you can see,
is pretty impressive. Looks like I hit right there, which isn't too bad for a firearm that does not have
and it's splattered this way. Okay.
A front sight on it. Smacked this thing, knocked it clean over. And then I assume whatever was left of that half-pound lead ball went that way. I will say, this thing is kicking very hard. Normally, with say the 9...
How hard?
50
Yes.
JDJ or 4-bore, I can shoot it a few times before my shoulder actually starts throbbing.
Okay.
But after 2 shots with the 2-bore,
Oof.
my shoulder is already feeling it, and that
Oh,
steel
no.
butt plate is not helping.
Yeah. You gotta get a bit of rubber on that or something.
For you, everything is working out fine today. Yeah. The nerve of those guys.
Ah, yes, the table.
Oh, that was almost the greatest table flip in the history of table flips. So what's really great about this 2-bore Blunderbuss
It's already so dirty.
is it's pretty much a punt gun junior. This thing can shoot just about anything you can cram down its giant hole.
That's
but for
great.
now, we're going to start out by trying out some cornflake shot. These are basically just giant flakes of lead. They should be pretty nasty, and I'm going to have a whole...
Are these intended to, like, cause as much tearing as possible? The largest, most jagged wound or something like that?
half pound in the mule, and I'm going to fire it at a 5-gallon water jug. We are all loaded up with our cornflakes. Let's start out the day with a nice...
Expected him to do the, you know, the punt gun explosion thing he does sometimes when he cooks the hammer.
healthy breakfast. Here we go.
Wow. That is great. So you can't see the jug, but you can see the water. Oh, the reflection of the explosion. Wow. Oh, that's awesome.
All right, smells like a bunch of rotten eggs over here. Let's take a look at our 5-gallon water jug.
Yep,
We got
split in
busted
half.
up pretty good.
basically.
Oh,
Wow.
man. Rip that thing apart. So those corn flakes were nutritious and delicious, but now I have another 5-gallon water jug, and this time we're going to hit it with buckshot. So a normal 12 gauge, 2 3/4 inch buckshot round holds about 9 pellets of buckshot, and that is what buckshot looks like. The mule is going to be able to hold
That is so polished. It looks like
a half
a mirror finish, basically.
pound of buckshot. So that's around 70 pellets. Well, looks like we got a little bit of a storm blowing in. Okie dokie, half pound of buckshot. Here we go.
Oof. Let's go.
Man, that
Nice.
kicks the snot out of you every single time.
The sparks there are really cool in slow-mo. Wow. You could see them bouncing around inside it. Wow.
We completely destroyed
Yep.
my 5-gallon water jug. There's actually 1 buckshot pellet left in there. The only
It looks
downside is
pretty much intact.
it's
Wow.
going to be really hard to get these things refilled at the store. 5-gallon water jugs are cool and all, but I think we need something a little bigger for the 2-bore blunderbuss.
Oh, yeah. That's some punt gun sized targets.
So how about a steel 55-gallon drum of water?
Okay.
Half-pound ball at a 55-gallon drum. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Oh, clean through. I expected a bit more of an explosion, but that's also cool. Okay, I don't know how much this is. I'm not American, sorry. But yeah, lift it off the ground. That's awesome.
Now that right there, that's a big old hole.
Okay.
Oh, so we made it through the 55-gallon drum, blew out the back. This is great because my hands are dirty. I'm going to go ahead and get those on nice and clean.
Okay.
Not really sure where the ball went though.
Classic.
Brakes on that truck aren't working too good. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you thought about the blunderbuss in the comment section down below. Be sure and pick up a 4-year anniversary shirt. Link in the description down below. Give this video a like. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And as always, my name is Scott. Thank you so much for watching Kentucky Ballistics. And I'll see you next time.
Oh. Didn't expect that, huh?
Oh, well, that's not good.
Okay, another awesome looking gun, as always. This looks like it probably would send me flying back if I tried to fire it, but I probably still want to. This is kind of hilarious. Still don't know what those things are for, so if anyone knows, please tell me in the comments. But yeah, overall, really fun gun. Really is like a mini punt gun, so yeah. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.